with his significant other. Shady, a 3-game suspension without pay. No small feat in the National Football League. What's your reaction to the breaking news to the suspension?
I hate when dudes lose money, but, I mean, I guess it's well-deserved. I mean, this is his third or second time, Chase? Third time. Yeah, man, take that paper, man. Because if not, like, what's the real lesson? Coach can yell at you, right? Take some of your playing time away. You don't affect nobody until you take their money, right?
Real.
Think about the NFL where they was hitting the quarterbacks. Everybody can say, man, this is a stupid rule, right? Because if you take the quarterback down to the ground, and you've been doing it your whole career, your whole life, right? And for the first 2 years, I was like, they was trying to get over it. When you start taking that money, you see everybody stop. You don't even see it no more. So the only way to make it stands in the league is take their money. And I think you got to take his bread.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough because you have to do it because he's a repeat offender and the optics are terrible.
Yeah.
And the problem with optics in sports, you can't judge somebody's intent. I do not believe Azeez Al-Shaair's intent was to injure Trevor Lawrence. I do not think that was his intent. I think he is a incredibly physical football player. Some would suggest an excessively physical football player. I don't know. I can't relate. I wasn't that physical. I only played 4 years. I'm not him, much better player. So it's hard when you know somebody isn't, their intention is not mal, but the suspension had to happen. You saw him choke Tom Brady in December of 2022. You saw him hit Caleb Williams late in September 15th of 24. Then after hitting Caleb Williams late, he punches Roschon Johnson, Bears running back, in the face. Then after that occurs, he tackles Tony Pollard last week out of bounds late. Then just this past week, he hits Trevor Lawrence late. So eventually, your excessive physicality, either you have to temper it or you're going to get punished for it.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to temper it. I think you just play within the rules. Like for him, he led with his forearm, okay, and he had an excessive hit on a quarterback who's trying to slide. We can talk about sliding or not sliding, right? Like right here, though, Trevor Lawrence, he's starting to slide 4 yards before. Look at him lead with it. I know it's a bang-bang play. He leads with his forearm. Then he proceeds to engage in a brawl on the field, and then he proceeds to take his helmet off and go around the field. Those are the reasons, along with being a repeat offender, is why he got suspended. I'm going to read this by NFL Vice President of Football Operations, John Runyon. He issued this suspension. His words were very, very hard. Your lack of sportsmanship and respect for the game of football and all those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it is troubling and does not reflect the core values of the NFL. The NFL will do everything they can to protect the shield. When you have a repeat offender like this, I know he's pissed because he got hit in the back by Evan Ingram, who's, protecting his quarterback. When you have all those things working together and you're a repeat offender, like, bro, you're going to get suspended 3 games. That's just how it is.
Yeah, the shield is to protect the quarterback and then everybody else.
That's true.
That's the shield.
That's true. That's true.
Now, I could care less about the suspension and all that type stuff. It was a bang-bang play. They got him on a couple different hits. I think the Tony Pollard hit is the one that stood out to me most. Tony Pollard is 2 yards out of bounds, and you're hitting Tony Pollard. But the Caleb Williams one, you still in bounds, dog, and you think it's play. No, I am coming to hit you. Right here, I'm telling you, a lot of people ain't played in the National Football League. This is a bang-bang play. You don't know what the quarterback is going to do right here. Right here, you see them both at the same time going to the ground. But no, they want the defender to jump over him and all that type of stuff. When we've seen plenty of times to where the quarterback slide and cleats is cleating the dude's shin and all that type of stuff. He's trying to jump and get out of the way. The name of the game is to protect the quarterback, and I understand the quarterback is the most important position. But this is a violent league. This is a very, very fast league. I don't agree with those comments. This is a very, very fast league. And right here, you want to talk about this after? They done came and pushed me in the back and all this type of stuff. It is a fight now.
Right.
So whatever Runyon or whoever want to talk about, we at it now. I don't care about none of that. I'm hot, they hot. It is what it is now. You know what I'm saying? My teammates in it, his teammates in it. It is what it is. I hate the suspension for 3 games. I would have gave him 1 game because this is a bang-bang play, but I understand you start looking about the past, you look at the multiple offenses, but, man, this football, man. We do everything in our power to protect the quarterback. We talking about, we try to stop 300-pounders.
Yeah.
From stopping in their tracks and not
hurt.
Yes.
Defensive players
and
have
not
gotten
laying
hurt.
their weight on the quarterback.
Defensive players have gotten hurt trying to protect the quarterback. There was a defensive player who was trying to not put all his weight on the quarterback to not get a penalty, ended up tearing his ACL. Andy, help me figure out that name. I'll drop it towards the end of this conversation. Chase, here's what I realized. I think that the onus is on defensive players to protect offensive players. Azeez Al-Shaair, he's just refusing that ownership. That's really what it comes like. I don't even think anything he's doing is inherently wrong. It's just, he's like, oh, y'all putting ownership on me? Nope, I don't want it. I'm refusing that ownership. Because Caleb Williams, early on in the season, September 15th, go back and YouTube it if you need to. He's going out of bounds. Go out of bounds faster. Or get out of bounds. You want to toe that little line and pick up some extra yards. Al-Shaair saying, not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Emmanuel Acho would not have said that. I would have said, sure, on my watch, take the extra yard. Azeez, he ain't playing those games. Trevor Lawrence, you not sure you want to slide? Al-Shaair saying, not on my watch. Emmanuel Acho would have said, take the extra yards. I would have kept my money. But I also wasn't an excessively physical player, and I didn't play that long in the league. That's his game.
And that is his game, but eventually, like, you're suspended for 3 games. You're a contender with the Texans. Okay? You're the middle linebacker. You wear the green dot. You got to be taught a lesson. The only way you teach them a lesson like this, and not because eventually we know this, and that's hard to say, but the Shield's going to win.
Every time.
Every single time. So until you can play within the rules of the game and you continually do this because he is a repeat offender, like you're going to
Let me ask y'all this, 2-5, James, Chase, let me ask y'all this. If he were your teammate, how would y'all feel? Because if he's my teammate, I would not care that much. If he's my teammate, I would have been like, hey, big dog, I understand. Like, because he's the enforcer.
How can you not care that much when he's suspended for 3 games and you're a contender? Dude, play within the rules of the game. Because you're now hurting our team. You are a starting, really good middle linebacker that we're going to be without for 3 games. And I saw the head coach, DeMeco Ryans, stand up in front of him and be like, he was on his side. But you're missing 3 games.
Because for better or worse, if he's the enforcer, he just put out the law of the land. And the law of the land is quarterbacks slide. You suspended 3 games, but I promise you, for more than 3 games, quarterbacks ain't gonna play around with that slide.
And I promise you, when he comes back, offensive players won't think that, because if he does it again, he's suspended for the rest of the year. Think about that.
Of course.
You're forgetting that
Of
point.
course, but
it ain't no enforcer. Like, I don't want to get hit.
But think about that. But there's a message.
Yeah,
think
about that, Shady.
There's a message that's being sent out. What's just as interesting to me, and Shady, you might find this one more interesting because DeMeco Ryans, your teammate, my teammate. You're either coaching it or you're allowing it to happen. Now, y'all remember Kareem Jackson? Safety for the Broncos.
Texans corner.
Suspended. The Broncos finally cut him after he cleared waivers. He was suspended for kind of headshots. Who claimed him off waivers? The Houston Texans.
What you saying, dog?
DeMeco Ryans now, you got Azeez Al-Shaair, suspended 3 games. It's just eventually, though, because obviously I know DeMeco, and DeMeco is one of the best human beings I've ever met, not just talking about football players. But there will come a point, because Doug Peterson said, I know DeMeco's not coaching that. But there will come a point where it's like, hey, this is now the Texans brand.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I just think that DeMeco's such a good person. He's a great person. Plays extremely hard. This could come to haunt you, though, because it's the Jaguars, right? I mean, you win this game, but maybe this type of penalty, this type of loss to the linebacker not playing well, like that's okay. But what happens if it's a contender, though? What happens to the game against the Colts? You need to get this win, or against the Chiefs, or against the Bills. You can't afford this type of loss. Maybe it's a tight game, right? You're going against Josh Allen, and you need every yard you can get. So this 15-yard penalty right now, then you get the momentum going in the stadium with other teams. Like, all the little small things you're not thinking about. So, yeah, against the Jaguars, you can get away with that. But what about some really top contenders, though? Or this might be a bigger game, playoff game. So right now, let's nip in the bud right now, though, before it really hurts you going down the line.
I wouldn't trip off it at all if I was his teammates because, number one, you always need 1 or 2 guys on your football team that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You need that. No, I'm
Elaborate.
What I mean by cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, that ain't about none of the play. I'm physical, I'm violent, I'm playing to the whistle every single time. Even if it's some linemen. You see some linemen come smacking the pile and all, they just know I'm 0 to 100 when we snap this ball. You need a couple of those dudes on your football team. He is one of them on the Houston Texans. Listen, the hit out of bounds, I get that. The other 2 with Caleb Williams and Trevor Lawrence, them is bang plays. What you don't want to do is have him out there thinking and slow him down, because that's how you get hurt. No, you go out there and you play 100 miles per hour like you playing, don't be a dummy. You see him out of bounds, do not hit him. These are bang plays, the other ones.
This ain't no rookie.
No doubt.
I gotta talk to rookie. That's some rookie stuff. Hey, listen, man, this is a veteran. He's been paid a couple times. what happens when you play really good teams, though? You can't afford that.
But you can't afford him
you need
about
these
that neither, though.
Cocoa Puff type players.
Everybody has them.
We got dudes that don't think. I had a lot of them dudes, right? They play hard, they don't think. But you got to control enough of that, though. Because if you don't control enough of that, now you penalizing the team.
But think you do and you don't. Because think about for the Niners, Trent Williams. He's been in the game a long time, and he's still going to throw a right hook and don't care.
No doubt.
If he gets thrown out, he's going to get thrown out. He does not care. He's still, you know it, Shady. He did it last year. He's still going to throw a right cross.
Trent is kind of controlled, though, a little bit, though, right? He had a couple little things with Sherman. Punched Sherman in the face a couple times.
That's a long time ago.
And then this last one,
this is 3 times this year, dog.
But he's not affecting the team all the time. Like, this is my man's 3rd time.
Yep. But this was the only one that, because even like James, on your Packers Super Bowl teams, who was your guy? who was your guy that, hey, if he gets suspended, that's how I go down.
We had a couple of linemen, but just off the thought, Josh Sitton. Josh Sitton was
my God, you play with Sit?
Josh Sitton was our enforcer. He was grimy, and he was one of them dudes. Josh gonna be out here, we're gonna be all right. We're going to be all right because we knew Josh ain't playing no games. Josh is going 100 miles per hour during the whistle, after the whistle, before the whistle. Josh is, and you need them type dudes.
But I feel like those guys that you do need, they know where to draw the line.
They do and they don't.
But they're not getting suspended multiple times in a year.
If I'm not mistaken, Chase, remember,
Just
Trent Williams ejected for throwing a punch versus the Chiefs. I think that was this year. Or,
yes.
So, you know what I mean? Every team has that guy. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson for the Eagles. He is that guy right now. He don't care.
Imagine if Trent Williams had to miss 3 games. How would the Niners feel about that?
Yeah, of course.
We might even win.
But Trent is on the winning side, yes, it's going to affect them. It might affect them winning and all that. But what I'm saying is nobody is going to say nothing to Trent. Nobody is going to be mad at Trent because they know that is how Trent plays.
What about Trent, though? Listen, I know Trent very well. He's a team dude.
No doubt.
Right? And you get into it, because I've been there, I'm on the pile, you hit me on the joint, who did that? Now we going at it. Yep. But I'm not going to jeopardize my team, because now if Trent reacts 1 or 2 times and he gets suspended for 3 games, now who does that affect? Because the dude that he punched in the face, wherever it was, we're going to pat him on the back. You saved the game. I'll give you a better example. We played in Buffalo. We was playing Leonard Fournette. This was Leonard Fournette. He played for the Jaguars. He was killing us, though. I'm talking about running people over. I'm like, I'm a running back. Stop him. You know what I mean? Because he out-rushing me right now. Sure enough, Shaq, Lawson. They get into a fight. Fournette hit him with a 1-2, from New Orleans. Bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? They going at it. They suspended him. Yeah. They kick him out the game. Guess who won the game? We won. And Shaq, we celebrated. Thank you, because he was killing us. I got player of the game. We won. And we got Leonard Fournette off the field. You see how that works?
1,000%.
It affected the Jaguars more than it affected us.
But the kicker, though, to me is that's the cost of being that martyr that every team has.
That's dumb then.
Think about it, though. When we was in Philly, Jason Peters.
I hate dumb football.
No, when we was in Philly, Jason Peters was the dude. Remember when Nick Foles got hit? Jason Peters came out of God knows where and hit somebody in the back.
You're protecting your teammate.
He was thrown out the game, though.
Hold. You're protecting. He gets suspended any other game.
No, not suspended.
You know what I'm saying? So he ain't missing 3 games. Jason Peters, the guy you're talking about, was our best, in my opinion. He was our best offensive player. Maybe best player on the team, right? If we lose him, I'm hurt. He gonna get you easy 400 yards by himself.
Yep.
So if we're going for 3 games, how we gonna win?
But it's the same. It's a part of how he plays that game. Think Draymond Green. You said we argue about it all the time.
Okay.
And I'm on the other side of the post. With Draymond Green is the enforcer for the Warriors. He always is enforcing. He's missed God knows how many games. He's led to Jordan Poole being gone. He's led to Kevin Durant being gone. But he's led to them winning 4 chips because of how he plays the game.
But we also say this about Draymond. They probably win that year that LeBron came back because he got suspended. And they lost. They had the momentum that they lost in Cleveland.
Yep.
But my only thing is, with those type players, you can't take that away.
You can't.
That's all I'm saying.
But you can turn down a little bit, though. Yeah. Draymond, hold up. He brought Draymond. That was a good example. But Draymond talks about, you know what? I should be a little bit more in control a little bit. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr before said, I don't mind it, right? Yeah. They start losing games. They lost to the playoffs. He said, all right. Going forward, he was like, sometimes Draymond could turn down a little bit. Yeah. So you have a meter when you can kind of
no doubt about it. But my thing is you need those dudes.
You need them.
You need them. And to be honest with you, we talking about this young man, and he's been in the league for a while. And we can bring up 4 plays. And really 2 of them is bang, bang.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. He got 3 games suspension,
he has 3 games suspension.
I understand that.
CJ Stroud needs
bang,
But here's the thing, though. Let's be real, Chase. In large part, the suspension is because of the injury. If Trevor Lawrence gets right back up and goes back to the huddle, if Trevor doesn't hit his head on the joint, because he didn't get concussed when Al-Shaair hit him, he got concussed when his head hit the turf. If Trevor Lawrence pops back up and goes right back to the huddle, there's not a suspension. Yeah. We don't punish based on action. We punish based on result.
The dude thumb was like, are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying if he didn't get hurt.
But if he did get hurt, he's hurt. He's hurt bad.
But what I'm suggesting is this. It's not like Al-Shaair. I think he's been in the league probably about 7 or 8 years now. It's not like it's not like Vontaze Burfict. Oh. Every year you got 5, 6, 7.
Not yet. Yeah.
Nor is it malicious.
But not only that, like, let's keep it real. If before this happened, if we said who's the dirtiest player in the NFL, his name wouldn't be brought up.
Not at all.
Agreed.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.